We're going to be talking about the role of the father in the movie today. The father will be played by a man named Duke Brazi, and he lives in Sweden. So this should get interesting. We're going to be doing everything via the internet, but it really doesn't matter because in the movie, whenever you see him, the boys get either a phone call, something that would be like a Skype. It would come on basically a wristwatch, and they'll just point their wrist towards the wall, and it'll shine on the wall. And we decided not to do like a holograph because that's just going to be too much trouble and too expensive, whatever. But we can talk about it. Let's just talk a little bit about it today. But anyway, this is just kind of to get an idea of what we should make it look like. I just mocked up a couple of pictures with some Microsoft Paint, whatever I had laying around, so that we could at least see what Duke would look like in one of the shots on the wall. So let's talk about it. And the main thing that he'll be delivering in this movie is he's going to be guiding his sons about women. He's going to tell them flat out, point blank, don't pick out a woman because she has a great ass or she has a great set of cans. Pick out a woman because she's a good woman. And he tells them to test a girl, right off the bat when you meet her, is to just toss her a loaded gun and see what she does. So Duke's going to deliver that line today, and we're just going to look at it, see what we can do for colorization and things like that. Duke would basically, he's in the future, but, he would basically be kind of a redneck prepper who really doesn't like the government in any way, shape, or form, and he disagrees with he would basically hate liberals. Let's just put it that way. So anyway, let's just see what Duke does, and let's talk about the way he's going to deliver it, what it's going to look like, and I'll put something up for you guys to vote on. But here's Duke.
If you want to know what kind of girl she is, toss her a loaded gun and tell her to unload it. If she does something dangerous and stupid, that's because she's dangerous and stupid. If you want to know what kind of girl she is, toss her a loaded gun and tell her to unload it. If she does something dangerous and stupid, that's because she's dangerous and stupid. If you want to know what kind of girl she is, toss her a loaded gun and tell her to unload it. If she does something dangerous and stupid, that's because she's dangerous and stupid. If you want to know what kind of girl she is, toss her a loaded gun and tell her to unload it. If she does something dangerous and stupid, that's because she's dangerous and stupid.